So I get the privilege of asking Ms. Ashley to come. So let me tell you a little bit about Ashley. She's pretty awesome. And she's my biggest fan, so that's why she's awesome. So I've had the privilege. How long have I known you?
It's been a couple years.
It's been a bunch of years.
It has been.
And so I've got to watch this transformation process take place in this wonderful daughter as she discovered what daughter meant and how to walk that out. And it's been an amazing thing to watch you grow and watch you process through all this stuff and become a wife and all that good stuff, and moved to Pennsylvania for some reason from the nice, toasty South Carolina you lived in.
Yeah, it's a struggle right now.
Yeah, I understand. I don't know how you could live where you lived.
Yeah, it's the Lord.
It's the Lord. You had grace for it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, let me just stop talking and let Ashley say what's on her heart, because it's going to be good. I love you, Ashley.
Love you. All right. Hey, friends. Okay. I brought my little phone up here because everybody's got their notes. And I was like, okay, I'll write some notes. But I'll start off with this for those who don't know me. So since we're like at the halfway point, I think we should do like a little intermission / halftime show. So everybody can stand up. Okay. That's what I do with my kiddos when they start falling asleep. You know, we do a little wiggle time. So we'll do a little version of the cha-cha slide. You ready? Real simple. Every white person can do it. And most of us are white, so it's fine. Okay, if Mark can do it, you can do it. Oh. Okay, so here we go. Everybody slide to the left, which is that way. I'll slide to the right. Crisscross, crisscross. Everybody clap your hands. There we go. Okay. Yes. And you can now sit down. All right. Just to get your blood flowing, because you got a little ways to go. And I am auctioning off remaining minutes to the highest bidder after this, because there will be some if somebody needs a little extra time. Okay. That's what being a daughter is all about, taking full advantage of every opportunity. So. But yeah, so I'm sitting back there the last hour and a half thinking like, what am I going to talk about? Not that I didn't know about this ahead of time, because I definitely did, and I agreed to it. So I'm just thinking about like, what can I tell someone that's important or worth knowing? And thinking about like Steve saying what he says just kind of reaffirms what I was thinking I should share. I started out this process of becoming me. And it was rough. And I have spiritual fathers who can attest to that I was just a lot to handle. And I still am, but in a better way, I think. And so there was a lot of hidden things. There was a lot of religious things. There was a lot of hurt and very closed off and isolated and all these things. And so I'm thinking about from where I was to where I am, and obviously where I want to be. And I was like, so maybe if I just tell him some things that I've learned or I am learning, or things I still need to learn or want to learn, in regards to like this weekend, like taking full advantage of it. Because obviously it's about what we get here. We're all here for a reason. And to take all of that, and it's about going out and taking what we're receiving and putting it beyond these walls. It's, you go back to real life on Monday. And so if we take full advantage of what we have here, then we can begin to see that transformation outside of here. Because this is a safe place. And I want to say that first, like, this is the ground to practice. This is the place to open up. This is the place that if you're super scared and super closed off, like, this is the place to try and be open. Because you're not gonna get hurt this time. You're not going to be judged this time. And I know we come in with those expectations like, well, every other time. You just don't understand every other thing that happened. Like, try again. Like, I dare you to try one more time while you're here. If you're one of those who are carrying so many things, like, give us a chance. Give him a chance. Because this culture is built on that, and this is a safe place, so I want you to know that. Also, just in your life individually, like, I think it's important that you have someone, a spiritual father or some type of mentor, someone that you can share with and also learn from. And for me as a daughter, that's something that's been really important is seeing the importance in them. Always being open to them, no matter how hard it was. And in the beginning, I was not very open at all. And it was one of those, like, you have to come and, like, yank me out. And there's still times when I can get that way, but I've had to realize there comes a point where people come and find me, and they sit with me, and then there's things where I just have to come out and say, hey, you know, like, I was here and now I'm here. I'm coming with you instead. It's not the always being pulled out. It's not always waiting for someone to come and get me, or someone to come and talk to me, or someone to come and create that moment for me. I have to create the opportunities. I have to create the moments. And that's where the maturity happens, and that's where transformation happens. You know, we can't rely on everyone else. And so with this being a safe place, you need to make your moment happen. You came here for something. There's a reason that we're all here. You know, I think back to the first times I came here and the first time that I met Mark, which was actually in Ukraine, and just how my story has unfolded and where I am to this point. I am a product of this culture. My marriage is a product of this culture. My legacy, my children that will come will be a product of this culture. And I want you to make it a part of you. I want you to take every step, every moment. Do the impossible. Do the thing in your head that you're thinking, I can't do it. Just do it. Say it. Go up to that person. Feel whatever you feel in these moments where we have, obviously with the teaching and things like that, we're taking things in, but those moments like tonight when we have worship, and it's that open atmosphere where you're able to just be and just do it. Just be. Take it all in. Now's not the time to sit back and just watch. We need to participate. It's an active thing. Okay? All right, let me look and see what else. Another thing, this is something I had to learn, and this was kind of talked about, I guess, last night, like taking where we've been, and some of us, that means where we are right now, even though it's maybe not the best situation, and seeing the good in that and beginning to blend that. This culture was new for me, and I had to let go of a lot of things, but I actually went to the other end of the spectrum where I thought everything that I've ever known is bad, and everything here is good. And that wasn't very healthy because I was letting go of a lot of things that had shaped me. And so it's looking at what you're coming in here with and what you're hearing being taken, like given to you, and finding that medium where it all just blends together. Some of the things will fall aside. Some of the things will be challenged in your mind. But it's taking the good things. It's taking the roots, where you came from and what truly makes you who you are. What you know about Papa, the good parts of it. And combining it with these new things, if it's new for you that you're hearing, this is your first time, if you've been here time and time again, and you're still just reminding yourself, like everything you came in with is not bad, okay? It all needs to come together. And so in my process, I'm to that point where I'm realizing that where I came from, out of the church, very traditional and very religious, there were so many things, though, that I learned about Papa that just goes right into this, okay? And it was just my perspective of him had to change. Things that I've learned and what I've experienced about him are all good. But my perspective on how I look, my perspective on how I see myself, all of that had to change. Encouraging you to stay open. I also, going back to the father thing, the most important thing for me, and this is here and outside of here, as being a son or a daughter, the most important thing that I have is to honor the fathers. Like, I have these guys over here, and then so many others who I've walked with, and they've walked with me from the very beginning. And I wouldn't be here. Obviously, Papa is intertwined in all of it, but it's those people that you can share life with. And so it's so important that everything that happens, all the transformations, all the hard things that we go through, and the opening up and the pain of it, that it's all worth it. That we stay open to those in our lives, that we are thankful for them and grateful for them. As a daughter, that's the most important thing, just seeing how important they are, because I am moving into becoming a mother. I am a mother to others. I will be a mother to others. And as a mother or as a father, I want to take what I've been given from those in my life, and I want to pour it into others. And what greater way to show how thankful I am for what's been poured into me than to take it and live it outside of these walls. You know, people don't pour into us so that they can just sit and look at how beautiful it is. The transformation happens, and then to take it to the next step and to show how truly grateful and honored and humbled and amazed you are at all that was given to you is to take it and just run with it. To completely and totally just let it out and be that in the earth. That's why the fathers have poured into me. That's why I am here, and that's why I am the daughter that I am, so that I can take what I have and I can completely spread it out in the earth and just change everything around me. Every atmosphere I walk into in the classroom and my home, in your workplace, like that's what it's about. So we're here in this safe place soaking it all in, and we're here to take it out and to just watch it explode. Every transformation you experience becomes a transformation that you can then give to someone else or make it happen in those places that you need need a miracle in. I know a lot of us, we come here and we're like, oh, I can breathe now. But I don't want you to think you have to go back and it has to stay the same. Perspectives can change even if circumstances don't, you know? And that's the most important thing that you have to remember. Everything that happens here, you don't have to go backwards. You know, you're going to come face to face with those things, but you just have to know that that everything that happened up until this point is Him. And it's all good. And it's because you're good. So for this weekend, I want there to be hope. I feel like some of you have come in here and you're tired. And you came in here with a lot. And I want hope to come alive in your hearts. I want you to experience who He truly is and how absolutely and amazingly proud of you that He is. I want you to feel the Father's love in a way you've never felt. I want wounds that you thought would never be healed. I want you to begin to feel them again, because we push those things down and we forget about them. I want you to feel it again, and then it come to a place where this love that's so tangible here can just literally begin to put the bomb. I want your hearts to be completely opened. I want you to trust again. I want you to be able to see and to feel and to hear again and to love again. I want you to be joyful again. I want you to have peace. And I think you want the same thing. And so that's why we're here, and that's why what we're doing. So everything that I've experienced, everything that I've seen, everything that I've been given so freely, I give it to you. I speak to your heart. In your mind, I speak to your circumstances and your situations. I speak to the homes that you have to go back to, the workplaces, the churches. That Papa goes ahead of you, and He just lays the foundation for you to walk this out with so much love, so much peace, so much hope. This weekend is so important because it will literally change your life. If you let it happen, I dare you to let it happen. It will change your life. Just be you. It's enough, I promise. Everything that you brought in here, it's fine. If you want to drop it, drop it. If you want to carry it, carry it. But I promise you'll feel the weight of it, and eventually it'll just come off. You'll realize I don't have to do all that here. It's time to breathe again, y'all. And I'm with you. I believe in this. I'm a product of this. I'm seeing what it's doing, and I'm seeing what I'm able to do. And I believe the very same thing for you. There's a room full of us. Think about if we all come together, what we can do in the earth, what we are doing in the earth. But it starts here. It starts with the vulnerability and the openness right here in this moment. So if you haven't from this moment, start now. Take advantage. Don't wait any longer. You waited long enough. So you took the step to be here, so make it worth your time. I love y'all.
Phew. I hope you received that impartation. She really is a different girl. For the better, for sure.